Hey everyone, welcome back. As you may know, there is a new setting for Ultimate Skill Chain Focus with Kuni, Buzembu and Bastet. So in this video, we will look through the mechanism, settings and how to play this together. Just note that this is how I play and there might be other ways to play this setting. With that said, let's start the guide. Firstly, you need to control Kuni in this setting. If you recall the Kuni guide, she can receive attack and critical damage bonus from the yellow code. Let's just call the skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3 for simplicity. Skill 2 and 1 combination has the best damage buff, and skill 3 from this combination is also has highest damage output. So when you get the mark from skill 2 and 1, you will get 25% attack bonus and 50% critical damage bonus. Then when you expand the mark by skill 3, the bonus will be doubled for 3 seconds with third yellow code. The important thing is if you get the mark within these 3 seconds, new buff from mark will be added up together with buff from mark expanded. You need to use this buff to maximize the damage of ultimate skill chain. Let's see the demo of this. This is just expands the mark, then use ultimate skill chain. And this one get mark again right after expands it, then use ultimate skill chain. You can see the damage differences between these two. Now let's take one more step. You may remember that Kuni can use skill 3 twice when the Divine Grace is full. Here's how to execute this tactic. Run the combat as usual, and when the ultimate skill gauge is about to be fully charged, make sure you have the mark and the cooldown of skill 1 and 2 is about less than 2 seconds. Once the gauge is fully charged, release skill 3 twice quickly, then use skill 2 and 1 to get the mark. After that, release the ultimate skill chain. You will notice an increase in damage with this technique. Now, let's take it a step further. As you know, you can save combat resources right after Hera's ultimate skill. So if you use skill 3 after Hera's ultimate skill, you can release skill 3 times. Similar to the previous case, prepare with Divine Grace and skill cooldown. Use Hera's ultimate skill first, then quickly use Kuni's skill 3 times. After releasing the skill 3 times, get the mark, and then use the ultimate. This will require a bit of practice and will be easier if you use this in modified mode. This tactic will fully utilize the buff from Hera and Maya Sigil, maximizing the damage output. Without Signature Functor, the damage output is not much different from Kuni and Buzembu, but the control of Bastet can be more troublesome. However, if you have Signature Functor, you can expect a pretty high damage. Recalling the Bastet guide, this setting uses 2 red and 1 yellow code. Bastet gains a critical damage buff from red code and leaves the Moon Trail mark for additional damage from yellow code. So in combat, hit the enemy and get the critical damage buff, and see the mode index to check the time to get in modified mode. Once you get into modified mode, trigger Divine Gauge state and use skill 1 to lower shadow resistance. After that, use skill 3 to leave Moon Trail mark and move to the back of the enemy, then release the ultimate skill chain for a critical hit. You can use Hera's ultimate skill anytime before release ultimate skill chain of Bastet. Also, you can use the ultimate skill chain a bit late as long as it is used before the modified mode ends. Just note that you will lose all critical damage buff if you get hit by the enemy, so you need to play more cautiously before use ultimate skill chain. Also, you need to use ultimate skill in modified mode to maximize damage output. For Kuni, it is recommended to use the Genjun 5-star functor. There is no need for a signature functor in this setting. For Buzembu, the signature functor will increase the total damage output, so you can try to purchase the signature functor later when trading zone updates and sell the signature functor for A-rank characters. And as mentioned earlier, it's highly recommended to get the signature functor for Bastet. For Kuni, you need to use Maya with Nibel Sigil. For Buzembu, use this set before Omega rank and add this Trace Sigil once reach Omega rank. You can use Maya Sigil too if you want. For Bastet, use this set before Omega rank and add Nibel Sigil once reach Omega rank. For Incense, choose usual dealer options. Attack, critical rate and damage comes first in this setting too. Then can add ultimate skill charge, damage and etc. For worth, please refer the chart on the screen. So this covers pretty much everything about the ultimate skill chain focus setting. This setting becomes more effective when you can invest heavily in Kuni and proves useful when building a solid team for hazard zone cleaning, recurring dream, and more. Certainly in later versions, you will see much more powerful units. However, if you like to play Kuni, Buzenbu and Bastet and already invested in them, this setup is definitely worth a try. I hope this guide has been helpful for those who want to explore this setting. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.